thinking it's something big like a brand new weapon or a new game mode, but almost all the time, we get new skins, we get new challenges for the Battle Pass, and they fix certain issues, they patch little bugs, they, do weapon balancing sometimes and stuff like that. It happens every single week, and it has been happening for a while. But these updates are kind of split into two different things. There's stuff that we see immediately that they announce and that they let us know about and that we can actually play with, but then there's also stuff under the surface that we can't see yet, but Epic is putting in for their testing purposes and to prepare for the future. And man, oh man, do we have a lot of stuff to talk about from yesterday's update. There were 6 new weapons and 2 new pieces of equipment added into the game yesterday. Now keep in mind, again, this is under the surface. We don't have access to this yet, but they're in the game, which means they're probably going to be coming sometime soon. I would expect within the next few weeks, maybe even a couple of months, depending on how slowly they want to roll this new stuff out. But this is pretty exciting because some of these weapons are very, very interesting. I'm looking forward to checking them out, and let's hop into it. First up, we've got remote explosives, aka C4. So it says, toss an explosive out at a short range. The charge will explode if it takes any damage, or you can detonate all of your placed charges. Now, the important part here is it says all placed charges. So it sounds like this isn't just going to be one thing. It sounds like you could have like a pack of 3 or a pack of 4. And think about if you were underneath somebody's mega base and you placed 4 C4 charges on each wall underneath it and then blew it up and that thing came tumbling down all at once. That would be so freaking cool. There are so many cool things you could do with this, and I can't wait. I mean, you could set up C4 on loop, just laying on the ground, and then sit there in a bush and watch somebody run by, and then boom, they're gone. I don't know. There's a lot of cool things you could do with this, and I'm pretty excited about it. The second and final piece of equipment we have here is the stink bomb. It says hurls a grenade that unleashes a cloud of poison. Better clear out. So I'm assuming this is going to be like a smoke bomb that does damage. In my mind, I kind of envision this green smoke that comes out. It kind of impairs your vision a little bit, not quite as bad as a smoke bomb does, but a little bit. And you start taking damage as you're in there because you're breathing in that poisonous gas. So you have to kind of get out of the area of effect. So if you're in a house and somebody's downstairs looking for you, you could pop one of those things, throw it downstairs. It's going to fill up the downstairs of the house. And then all of a sudden they're going to have to exit the house and kind of where they're going to be. You can take them out, that sort of thing. So I think that's going to be pretty useful, but it's definitely not the thing I'm most hyped about in this list. First up for the weapons, we've got the tactical assault rifle, and I'm actually really excited about this one. I feel like it's going to change the meta of the game. So it says that it's fully automatic, flexible assault rifle capable of handling all types of combat scenarios, high rate of fire with solid accuracy when aiming down sights, and firing in controlled bursts. So seriously, I feel like this is a weapon that we don't really have in Fortnite yet. There's nothing that really kind of excels at that, closer to medium range gunfight, where if we had a high rate of fire, full auto assault rifle, that's exactly what that would do. Obviously it would be great at, kind of short to medium range, and then at long range it's saying you can fire it in bursts. It's not going to be bad. It's probably not going to be good as kind of like single tapping a scar or something like that. But it's going to be a really good kind of jack of all trades rifle for that medium range, which I think the game is missing. Next up, we've got the egg launcher. Now, this one isn't a new weapon per se. It's just kind of a reskin over the grenade launcher, kind of like we had the snowball launcher back in winter. So you're going to be firing Easter eggs for Easter, which is, it's themed well. And the one thing I was wondering is, how are these things going to bounce? That's the thing is the snowballs bounced a lot more than the grenades currently do, which made it kind of fun. But Easter eggs obviously kind of have a weird lopsided shape. So are they going to be really erratic when they land and they're going to bounce left and right and all over the place? That could be kind of good, but it also could be kind of frustrating. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think, but we'll have to wait and see how that works out. Sticking with the explosives, this next one is one of the ones that has me the most hyped. We are going to be getting an explosive crossbow. You're going to be shooting explosive arrows, which is insane. So think about it. There are multiple uses here. Number one is just long range, being able to put explosives in somebody's base. You see an enemy from a long ways away, and you can kind of shoot an arrow to get it stuck on his back wall and then blow up right in that spot right behind him. That's going to be insanely useful. And it just made me think of something. What if we could have impulse grenade arrows? Epic, if you're watching this, that could be weird. But yeah, like actually doing damage to people, as well as being able to take out bases. You know, again, like you can shoot really long distances and explode people's walls down at the bottom of their bases, and it's gonna work way better than like simply shooting it or trying to get a grenade launcher over there or something like that, because you're gonna be able to be accurate and choose which walls you want to take out. So I feel like the explosive crossbow is gonna be a lot more useful than the normal crossbow. Next up, we've got the weapon that I'm the most excited for out of this list, the P90. That's right, guys. The P90 is going to be coming to Fortnite Battle Royale. Fires at a very high rate, dealing great damage while consuming a lot of ammo, good for run and gun combat, and accurate enough to fight at mid-range when fired in short bursts. So, this is going to be interesting. Now, obviously, we already had the tactical SMG, which is insane at super close range, but then as soon as you start to get to short to medium or even medium range, it really drops off pretty hard, gets a ton of recoil, and it's hard to control. So I'm hoping this is like similar, you know, kind of maybe a little bit weaker at super close range, but then has a little bit more range than the tactical SMG does. If you could have an SMG that you could actually run around and be competent in most engagements, that would be really, really nice. So I'm excited to see how they do this one. Second to last here, we've got the heavy shotgun, which is going to be a pump action shotgun with a large magazine. Fires slugs for medium range effectiveness. So this is going to be interesting. It's going to increase the range of the shotty, but it's also going to reduce the spread that you have. So like right now, if you're using a shotgun and you're aiming a little bit to the right of somebody to where you're like half on, half off, you hit their arm, you're still going to do a decent amount of damage. But if you had this slug shotgun, if you did that, you would probably completely miss. So you're going to have to be way more accurate. I kind of expect it to be something like the hunting rifles crosshairs. Like you actually have to be fully aiming at the person, but if you actually hit them, it's going to do a ton of damage. So it's kind of like a high risk, high reward type deal. Finally, last but definitely not least, we are going to be getting our first bolt-action rifle in the game. So this, like when they announced the hunting rifle, this is originally what I thought the hunting rifle was going to be, but they're going to make it entirely separate. This is going to be a no-scope bolt-action hunting rifle, which basically does more damage. It says it's going to be able to pierce through multiple enemies, but obviously since it's bolt action, you're going to have to cock that bolt back and chamber the round every single time you shoot. So again, it's going to be one of those weapons that's very, very powerful, but also a bit of a higher risk. I feel like that's kind of a theme here that we've seen. It's kind of higher risk, higher reward type stuff coming in, which is exciting. That means if you're good, if you can aim well, we've got some exciting weapons coming soon. So there you guys have it. Those are the 6 new weapons and 2 new pieces of equipment that should be coming to Fortnite at some point in the future. Keep in mind, this is not confirmed yet. They're in the game, but they're not confirmed yet. We don't have the release dates or anything like that. I would just expect these things to come out over the course of the next few weeks. Alright guys, so this is crazy. I was about to close out this video and tell you guys I'll see you all later, but Epic just came out with more information on a future update. It's like we were just talking about at the start of this video about how every single Thursday they have a huge update. There's things always changing. They're always listening to the community, always trying to improve the game. And now while I'm making a video talking about an update, they give us another update. So I wanted to detail this for you guys here at the end. So first up, we have a new item that's going to be deleted, or not deleted per se, but put into the vault. It's going to be taken out of Battle Royale, and it turns out that that's going to be the smoke bomb. The smoke bomb is going to be put in the vault alongside the SMG that went in there like 3 weeks ago or something like that. It could eventually come back out, but I doubt that's very likely. They said that they looked at the data and just a lot of people aren't really using them. They don't feel like it needs to be in the game, so they're taking it out. And this is kind of interesting because one of the items we were talking about earlier in the video is that stink bomb. I said the stink bomb is probably very similar to the smoke bomb. You can probably see through it a little bit better, but it probably still distorts your vision a little bit. It's just that it does damage. So I wonder